Okay, good. Anyone of you found anything? Yes, Samuel.
I'm referring to the work of Ruth.
Yes.
I think that the term clever doesn't fit with the girl. I don't understand why.
Okay, you think it doesn't fit with the girl. Okay, what would be the opposite of clever, Samuel?
Stupid.
Okay. So you think that clever, stupid, they will not are not applicable, or we cannot use this axis.
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't
Let's
think.
see. The girl, does it seem more stupid or more clever?
More stupid. She trusts
Hmm. She trusts who?
everyone with whom she speaks.
Okay, well, but then she speaks with who?
The animals and the aunt and the stepmother and also the father.
Okay, so you would tend to say that she's more stupid because she believes to the things she's been told.
Yes. And
Okay.
she do this.
Okay, she follows this
Follows, yes.
instruction or the orders, the requirements that she receives. Okay, let's see. Ruth. So do you agree with Samuel, or you think there is a problem?
No, I think there is a problem. I don't agree.
Okay, well, what's the problem in Samuel's criticism?
The problem in Samuel's criticism is Samuel doesn't see that the girl is obeying in English.
Is that she obeys others?
She
No, what do
obeys.
you? Okay, she obeys.
She obeys, yes. But she was very clever when she tried to escape, giving all the bread, the water, the some. She was very clever, and Baba didn't do that. And in the history, the cat, the dog, say
Okay,
to
yes.
say
Oh,
to
wait a moment.
him
So
that
because the series of actions that she does, well, reveals some smartness, some intelligence.
yes, exactly.
Okay, so this is what you oppose to someone, and okay, but then how would you take Samuel? Have you got something to oppose to Samuel's list or proofs? Because you are proposing as a different proof, but are you fine with the idea of Samuel that the girl obeys what she's told?
She obeys, but it doesn't mean she believes.
Okay, so what it means? Give us a different explanation. Why she obeys? Not because she's stupid, but why?
She obeys because she thinks she has to obey. She has no choice. With rabbis,
Okay, can you elaborate a little bit more? Why she thinks she has to? What does it mean?
Sorry, I don't listen to you very well. I have
Yeah,
a
wait a moment.
problems
That
connection.
yeah.
What? What?
Wait,
Excuse me, can
wait.
you repeat?
Yes, I'm gonna repeat. Wait. is the bell. Okay. So why you say what? Can you explain this idea that the girls obeys because she has to obey, not because she trusts, not because she believes?
Because in her family, it's a kind of dictatorship. They
In her
have
family.
they're forced to obey, but it doesn't mean she trusts.
Okay, because she's forced to obey.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see with Samuel. Samuel, do we understand Ruth's objection?
Yes.
Okay. Can you reformulate it?
The objection of Ruth is that there is another interpretation. She isn't trusting others. She is used to try to do what others say to her because of her family.
Okay, so it's not that she trusts, it's not because she's stupid, but because, well, this tradition, she's a loyal and respectful girl. That's why. Okay, and then, okay, so do you accept this answer, this objection?
No.
Okay, so you maintain that the girl is stupid. Okay, so what do you object? What is the problem here in Ruth idea?
The fact that Ruth's reason seemed to me in favor of my interpretation, because someone that follows his or her tradition, no matter what, without knowing consequences, can be called stupid somehow.
Okay, wait. If you say somehow, means that there is also another how, another some, the other part. It means that there is something that would save this person from being stupid. So is it possible to bend to traditions, to customs, without being stupid?
Yes, being aware of what you are doing.
Okay, let's see. The girl is aware of where she's going to end.
No, she trusts about in others' speech.
Okay, so she obeys. Well, you think that, well, she obeys, and she's not aware that she's gonna end in Baba Yaga's hands.
She obeys to the, for example, to the cat. She knows already to be in the house of Baba Yaga.
Okay, but let's take an example. Let's she obeys to whom?
To the cat. No, sorry, to the aunt that gives her some advices.
Okay, to the hunt, the real hunt,
the real hunt, the first
okay,
hunt.
Okay, and she trusts her.
Yes.
Okay, and trusting her aunt turns out to be stupid.
I see the problem. In the consequences, no. In general,
Okay.
It could be.
Okay, wait. You say that, well, if the consequences are dangerous or harmful to you, then you're stupid. Here, the consequences are good or harmful?
Are good.
Okay, so make another try. Have you got a better example?
What the cat suggests her is a servant of the Baba Yaga and could betray her trust in suggesting something dangerous.
Okay, but does the cat suggest something dangerous, or he turns out to be helpful to
He
the
does
girl?
it turns out to be helpful. She acts in all story in the same way. Every time someone gives her an advice, she follows it. She is very lucky, but she isn't somehow clever.
Okay, so she's lucky, basically. She's a stupid lucky fellow. Okay, let's see. Let's open a little bit and let's go to the group. Who? Well, now let's go first with you, Samuel. If we ask to the group if they more agree with you or with Ruth, if they think that the girl is rather clever or rather stupid, what do you think they will say?
I think that they would be more with Ruth.
But the girl is clever, smart.
Yes.
Okay, so then let's think. Do you think that they might have some reason? They might be reasonable in this choice, or no? They would be totally off.
No, they maybe have a good reason.
Okay, but yours are better, no?
Mine I can see, the others no.
Okay, well, but then here you see yours. You already give. So you based yours in the fact that she's lucky.
Yes.
Okay, she obeys what she's told, and she's just lucky.
Yeah.
She's not clever. What happens? The advice came for luck. Okay. And how do you think the group, the others, might think differently? Might think that no, it's not luck. They would say she's smart. That's not luck. Might be.
I think that they would say that she could have an insight of. Sorry, can you hear me? No. Oh, okay. Luca, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
And could you hear Samuel before when I couldn't? Okay. Well, try now to speak, Samuel.
Okay. I think that they'd say that.
Okay. No, now I hear. Repeat.
Okay.
Now I can hear.
I think that they say that there is a cleverness involved in repeating the advices in practice by acting correctly.
Okay. Again, what is the cleverness?
The cleverness is in acting advices correctly in the practice. She could make
okay.
some mistakes in.
Okay, so she's clever because the instruction that she receives, she applies thoroughly, accurately.
Yes.
So that she's smart because she doesn't change a detail, but she applies right exactly the procedure that she's received.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's go to the group. Let's make the experiment. First of all, do you think that the girl is rather stupid or rather clever? Raise your hand if you think she's stupid. Raise your hand if you think is rather clever. Viorica, are you with us?
Yes.
What do you think about the little girl?
Today I have a hard time thinking. Yes, I'm just.
Okay, let's go with your intuition. The girl is clever or stupid? It's really hard. Okay.
Rather clever. Yes. Okay.
So you would go for clever.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see. Sandra, you have to leave now, right? You will be listening.
Yes, I will be listening because I have to pick up my girls, but I am connected.
Okay, you are connected. Well, but I was about to let someone speak, but I will go for Matteo since Ruth has already spoken. So Matteo, tell us why you think she's clever. It's for the same reason that Samuel proposes, or for a different reason?
No. You hear me? Yes.
Yes.
It's because I see in the story, I read that the author writes, she is not fool. So it's the author who writes, she's not fool. A fool in English is, the meaning of fool is also stupid. So it's similar. And also he says why she is not fool, because she doesn't follow what the aunt asked her to go directly to this woman, but she decided to go instead to another person to ask for an advice. And this was clever.
Okay, so she's clever. Well, you propose two idea. Well, the first one is the author, the narrator says it explicitly that she's not fool. Okay. Then I propose you this idea. But yeah, okay, this is already a hint, but it's not decisive what the narrator says. So we should find the proof in the behavior of the text. Why? Because sometimes the narrator might use irony or might deliver his message in a hidden way by proposing the opposite idea. So yes, it's good in general, but we notice the narrator, so the plot, but I would say that's not sufficient. We should go for something else. When we see the narrator, we should see if we can endorse with the text this positioning. Okay, let's go for the second, which is this, it reveals this endorsement, or it's your second argument for it. Okay, it's not smart for what Samuel says, or maybe not only for that, there is something stronger, is that, well, when she's told to go to Baba Yaga, she suspects, and she stops first to a trustable, to a person she confides into.
Yes, so this is important because this is, in this case, it's the opposite of what Samuel told us, because she doesn't follow what is suggested to do. She thinks and acts.
Okay, yes, this is something better. Samuel.
Yes.
Okay, yes means that you have this, you accept Matteo, or you just awaken?
No, I agree with Matteo.
Okay, so but actually the girl doesn't act immediately, but she thinks, and she put a filter.
Yes.
Okay, to put a filter is a sign of cleverness or stupidity?
Cleverness.
Okay, so far she looks clever. There is a proof of cleverness.
Yes.
Okay, then Matteo proposed something else. What was it? You remember, Samuel?
The first part of what he said was about an hint from the author but the exercise is about what she says or she behaves. And so, if I understood, you said that it's a secondary aspect or not so fundamental.
Yes, it's something that should be proven. It's not enough.
Yeah.
So it might be a hint, but we have to verify it with the text.
Yeah.
And let's make a parallel here. Does it ring a bell? This the author and the proof that we have to find this reflection with the consultation, with the practice itself.
Yes.
I'm asking everyone, Matteo, Samuel, Viorica, if you manage to wake up. Are you with us, Viorica? Okay, good. Let's see. Samuel, go ahead.
The connection is that also in the practice, we have to focus more on the behaves, on what someone does or says. And if we can, is preferable, is better to say what someone does, because it couldn't be a lie.
It couldn't be. It could be a lie. It could be a lie.
It couldn't. Words
Okay, because you use
can be lie.
the negative.
Behaviors, not.
Okay. Do the others understand? Matteo, Viorica, Ruth? Yeah, no? Viorica,
Yes.
More yes, more no?
I didn't get the last connection with the practice, actually.
Okay, let's see. But yeah, listen, concentrate. Samuel, again, please.
The connection is that also in the practice, we have to focus more on behaviors than words, because the first cannot be a lie, is what someone is or does, and the second, the words, can be a lie.
Okay, got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. And if we want to use also different concepts, but producing the same idea that Samuel proposes, is that the practice, what we do in the practice is performative more than descriptive. So we mind the performance. We want to provoke something, and this is connected with the behavior. Someone used the idea, the concept of behavior, and I'm proposing the concept of performance. So we mind the performance, and sometimes the descriptive dimension and the performative dimension can be in conflict. There might be a friction. So we would believe more the performative dimension, what someone behaves, or the style of thinking, the thinking process, more than the content. So it's again another way to say the same distinction is process content, or words and what speech, if you want, because the word is the descriptive dimension, the speech, what is, or the written, the lines, and the between the lines. I don't know if you have if you understand the expression, because there is something that you can read, which is the line. Then there is a between the lines. Between the lines is what arises from there. Yeah, good to make this connection. Okay, so comments on this, or we go back to our story? Good, let's go back. So finally, Yes, Samuel, there is this idea. So it was that actually the girl doesn't swallow everything she's told, but she puts a filter, and in fact she doesn't trust the stepmom, and she goes to see the aunt. Okay, and she receives advices
Mhm.
to survive, basically. Okay, did you change your mind?
Yes.
Okay, so finally you accept that the girl is more clever than stupid.
Yes.
Okay, well, maybe she becomes more smart or clever at the end. At the beginning, it's just a vague intuition, but at the end, she's a grown girl. At the beginning, she's more a little girl. There is this idea that goes through the story, is the development of the girl. Okay, good. So we reconciled with it. Ruth, you are not there, but you should be happy. You managed to save your concept. Okay, let's see. Someone else?
Luca, sorry, can I
Yes,
do a question?
of course.
Can I come back to the concept of what we say and how we act during what
Yes.
the client,
Yes.
what he says and what he does.
Yeah.
If I understood well, you described it as a sort of hierarchy where the acts are more important than the words. Is it correct what I understood?
Yes. But then now you give me your
Yes,
there is something that disturbs you. You tell me.
I'm not convinced about this now.
Okay, yeah. Make your problematization, makes your criticism. Yeah.
Because in philosophy, I think it is important to think about the thoughts, and then yes, the behavior can be a support to the thoughts, but for example, I could not judge Aristotle for how he talked, but for what he wrote in the pages. So I wouldn't do a hierarchy where the actions are more important than the thoughts. In philosophy, maybe in psychology.
What? Okay, then now you are using a quite specific example, which is a little bit different from what we proposed, what we were studying. We were talking about a consultation. Consultation, you have a person in front of you. Then if in front of you there is a text, now we are stretching a little bit. It's true that we say that we are in a dialogue with the text, but we are stretching a little bit the concept, the idea. So, and what you propose is true. It applies to philosophy, psychology, maths, whatever, because you have a text. You don't have a person that speaks. So when you have a text, you relate with the content, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are you with me? Yeah, okay. So there it's more difficult to see the performative dimension. Still, in a text, you can perceive if what the author delivers to you, if the content is in line with the speech, with the style of the text, with you make it react, the words and the content, with the style and with the whole idea of the book. So you can have a little bit, you can still have this attitude, and you can mind what is the general idea with the single content of the words. But here it's more difficult to see in relation to a text, but in relation to a discussion, to a dialogue. So I propose you that in order to see this, we go back to a dialogue, because your example is a little bit not centered, meaning that we're talking about having a person in front of us during a consultation. So if we go back to the consultation or to a dialogue with, doesn't have to be a consultation, but it's more maybe visible in a normal dialogue that you have with people when they deny something, and that is visible that they are in a way or another. So let's take generosity. If someone claims to be generous, and then this person doesn't share his meal or something, or his ideas with the other, then you see a contradiction. And what we say, the idea that I propose, is that is more speaking, is more true, the greed than the generosity. Generosity would be the content, because the person says, well, I'm generous, yes, I don't have anything in contrary in sharing, yes, I do it. But then when it comes to the proof of reality, the person doesn't share and keeps things for himself. So that is the friction between the speech and the behavior. And it's or in a consultation, if we transpose it in a consultation, someone who claims or who thinks to be a very reflexive and rational person, and then when we ask questions, this person tends to give intuitive, tends to answer per intuition. And when we ask the why, this person has got hard time in providing arguments. So that is not so rational or reflexive. It's more intuitive and emotional. Do you understand?
Yes, you told many things, so now but
Right.
what I can think is that yes, you have a behavior in front of you and words, and yes, the behavior is important, and but you make anyway, you can make the behavior a content of the speech, because from what I see, also Oscar, for example, is not that he just uses the behavior with the strategy, just he notices a behavior and he asks about the behavior.
Yes.
He tells the person, so it's not just using it strategically like a psychologist, but is making a content also of the behavior you see in front of you and talking about it, analyzing it with the person. It's direct, not
yes. Okay, no, well, good. Yeah, then the performance becomes the object of the speech.
Yes, in this way, yes, it's good.
Yes. Okay. So that was your initial problem.
Yes, because I see psychologists, they act, they look the behavior and they use it with theories to act in another way, and it becomes something which I don't think the philosopher can do. So how we can distinguish the act of the philosopher? The philosopher can do, but it becomes a matter of dialogue. The behavior becomes a matter of dialogue, like the words. This can be a distinction, for example, but you don't use a behavior to do your tactics to manage the conversation.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now I see what you mean.
Yes.
Yes. The difference is that between a philosopher and a psychologist, for instance, is that many times, there are psychologists in different approaches, but what they see, they qualify, they judge, they recognize some aspect in the client, in the patient, but then they do not say They do not make this the object of the speech, but they use it, they keep it for themselves. While in philosophy, what we see, we throw back, we give back to the client. And we say, hey, we saw this. Do you realize that what you do reveals this aspect of yourself?
Yes.
Did you know? Yeah, so we make of what we see of an attitude the topic, the subject of our practice. Yes.
Yes.
So the performance becomes, we go from the performative to the descriptive because we want to analyze the performance. Then, of course, we have to put the performance on the table.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Problem solved?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, because we took a few minutes, Samuel, Viorica, are you following? You got questions? Yeah, so you're following. Viorica, yes, we managed to wake you up.
It's not about being asleep, but I'm following.
Okay, okay, so that will be your chance. Tell us something. What did you think about this?
So first, I wanted to, when I got lost, I wanted to see what Matteo was saying from the text, that we can get from the text something. So I was confused. I couldn't find in the text. And then I lost you again because it was linked, this text, to what Samuel was saying about behavior and speech. So again, I lost connection. But I think it was, yeah, useful for me to listen how you made the connections that I couldn't think of.
Okay, okay, so please do the exercise for us because we used a lot of words. You know, you have the bad luck now that we are 4 people, 3 Italians. We speak a lot, so make a gift for us and repeat one of the ideas that you heard in a short and concise way.
Mm-hmm. So one of the idea.
Yeah, the one that you prefer, something that you found interesting.
I liked the arguments regarding being clever and stupid because it was concrete and like I was in between. I didn't know which to choose. And when Matteo gave the example with, she actually questioned the request and went to ask. So this made a lot of sense.
Okay, yeah. So the idea that questioning something that you are told is a sign of
reflection. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not to give for granted.
Yes, and what else? Yeah, because what she could do is just ignore. But then when you ignore, it's not a sign of, and not go where she was asked to go. So that was the point.
Okay. Oh, something else you want to add?
No.
Okay, so let's go on with the work. Is there anything else that you want to point out, to comment on the concepts? Or Matteo or Viorica?
I'll have to leave actually and come back if I can in 20 minutes, but I will look.
Okay. Well, let's see. We go to Matteo. Go. Yeah.
We are back to the story now. The concept.
Yes,
of the
we
story.
go back to the exercise. So the list of concepts.
Okay. So here there is Samuel. So he asks Samuel, what I don't understand is fussy, careful. This opposition. I don't understand the position. Maybe if he explains,
okay,
because
who's
at the
fussy
time
and who's careful and okay, well, let's see. Samuel, who is the fussy one and who is the careful one?
Baba Yaga is the fussy one, and the girl is the careful one.
Okay. So Matteo.
Okay,
now.
but I don't understand why it is an opposition.
Okay, you think that fussy does not opposes or is not opposite to careful.
Yes.
Samuel, let's see.
Careful is one who cares a lot, and he or she is precise, is meticulous, and fussy isn't all these features, because a fussy person is not focused on details, is not precise, doesn't care.
What? I think that we have a different understanding of fussy,
Yes.
because fussy is someone who is that minds a lot the details, the petty things, the small things.
It's like the extreme of careful, fussy.
Oh yes, sorry, I intended that the other, not disposed to.
Okay. So yeah, so Matteo, here you had something here. So because fast and careful, it's like the extreme.
Yes. He's right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, but then now let's do in a different way. Well, Samuel, let's use a positive concept. We got something for unfussy.
Yes, but the other thing is uncareful, careless, but it's the same problem.
Yeah. Careful, careless. Okay. Let's see, Matteo, we got a proposal here for to oppose to careful, but might replace unfussy.
Yes, careless is meaningful for me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but let's try to think about another name, another idea or concept.
Superficial, or imprecise.
Well, but precise would stay with careful, no?
Imprecise.
Yeah, but again, what we want to do here is to find a positive concept, meaning that we are not using a negation. Okay, let's see. Let me propose some idea. We can say rude, harsh, can be
also indifferent.
Can be also indifferent. Yes, someone who cares or someone who does not care, but he's indifferent. Yeah, because care is something active and indifference is something passive. You don't pay attention. You are completely not positive. You don't have any kind of relation, any feeling to it. Yeah. Okay, so we can replace it. Yeah, because the idea here is it speaks more. It's more meaningful to use a positive concept, something that is indicative. If we say indifferent or harsh, it's something that is more that we see, we can touch it instead of the negation of something else. Okay, good. So Or what should we use? What, careless? It's fine, it's acceptable. I mean, then what do you prefer? Someone indifference or harsh, rude?
I think that rude and harsh are a little bit general in the way they are used, or maybe is a misunderstanding of English.
No, well, yeah, they are general. Yes, I agree. But what would be the problem here for a concept to be general?
It's not the concept I saw in the story, rude and harsh compared to careful.
Okay, but then now here the girl is careful, right?
Yes.
You said
Because she cares about others.
okay. Why? Baba Yaga is indifferent.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you prefer indifferent, it's fine. Now we are just opposing the concept.
Mhm.
So the idea is that Baba Yaga is indifferent to others. She's not affected and she doesn't care. While the girl, she minds, she pays attention to the others. Okay, good. Matteo, does it work in this way if we use indifferent and careful?
Yes.
Okay, so the problem is good. Good. Something else? So I'm thinking to switch to Italian, but well, for the sake of the course, if we want to see the recording, then let's go on in English.
With Italian, we would become more talkative.
Yes, at least the English there is this the rein are tighter with the English than with the Italian. Okay, let's see if there is something else you want to bring your attention to.
I want to check with Matteo the second one of his antithesis.
Yeah.
Friction and frankness. I don't understand the antithesis between these two words. Friction and frankness.
It's fiction. Fiction, I mean, fake behavior. Fiction.
I read very bad at this time of the day.
So it's not friction.
Fiction.
Not friction. Yes.
Now I have.
Okay, so fiction, frankness, it's better as an opposition.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Fake and true, lie and honesty.
Okay, so on the side of fiction, there is fake, there is a lie, there is illusion, deception.
Yeah.
Okay, and then can you guess who's frank and who's fictitious?
Frank, the girl is frank and the Baba Yaga is fictitious, of course.
Okay, yeah.
I don't agree completely with myself in this opposition. Because
okay, let's see. We have something interesting because I was tempted to go with Samuel, but then Matteo, what's the objection to yourself?
Yes, because if you look at the whole story, the girl is not frank. She is behaving strategically like the other woman. So
with Baba Yaga, you mean?
Baba Yaga, yes.
Okay.
She is not frank with her, but she says, "Okay, I'm doing." She asks, "Are you doing this?" And she says, "Yes," but actually she is thinking what to do to escape. There is not this frankness.
Okay, okay. So maybe we were too hasty in judging the little girl Frank. She's tricking Baba Yaga in order to escape.
Yes.
She's not frank with Baba Yaga.
Yes.
So she's actually deceiving Baba Yaga. She pretends to be there waving, but no, actually it's the cat and she's gone.
Yes.
She escaped. Yeah, yeah. So maybe this opposition, it's not, we should suspend it. Samuel, what do you think?
I think that she stays more more frank. The work is about antinomies, and in comparison with Baba Yaga, she is more franker,
Yeah, okay. So it's more honest.
more honest.
Okay. But then why you say that she's more honest? Actually, yeah, Baba Yaga tries to trick the girl because she wants to eat her for
And she
dinner.
heard it.
And she actually got tricked back.
To save her life as a defense. She heard the plan of Baba Yaga, and she figured an exit. To be frank, is to die.
Okay, so to be frank, is
to die.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because if she would had been frank, she would have died. Because okay, well, I'm transparent. I'm not cheating on you. I want to escape because I know that you want to eat me. Okay, so that would have been stupid, actually.
Yes.
Okay, so you would defend the idea of frankness because she is forced in a way to cheat Baba Yaga because because Baba Yaga first cheated the girl.
And we can check in the other part of the story if she had the opportunity and took it to be again a cheater, a liar. And I cannot find another.
Okay, yeah.
And she could with her mother or with her father at the end of the story. She was very frank.
Okay, so this is the only occasion in which the little girl has to act smart and to be a little bit opaque or well, not revealing her intention to Baba Yaga, but in the rest of the story, she's straightforward, frank, and that's how we would defend the frankness of the little girl. Matteo, what do you think? You change your mind, or should we accept it?
No, it seems to me that it's a bit an ethical force that is driving us to defend the person, but she's forced, but she is still cheating. She's forced. Yes.
But we are moved by the sympathy towards the little girl. That we want to save her.
Me also when I wrote, but
okay.
Objectively, she's cheating.
Yeah, objectively, she's cheating, and you are a purist, so hey, we should not lie. If you lie, even if it is for saving your life, you are a liar. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's try to make this reflection. If this couple of concept, fiction, and frankness give us or are relevant paradigm for the story, or are secondary or are stretched. Do you understand my question?
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, because the couples, the antinomies that we find should help us in identifying paradigms, and it should be a perspective through which we can read the story. Now, this couple that you propose, fiction, frankness, is something that is relevant, that we see as a primary distinction or paradigm through the story, or not, or maybe it's not so relevant, it's secondary, we cannot clearly distinguish. This is the level of reflection that we want to approach now. If you have an idea, you raise your hand, you speak.
For me, it seems relevant. Yeah, right, Viorica.
Yeah, let's go for Viorica.
Yes, I have a question. If you discussed this couple of antinomies, fiction and frankness.
Yes.
For me, they are not, let's say, antinomies. I would put
okay.
It's different. Maybe it's just because of language, but or there is some other sense that I don't, because
well, let's propose because we were accepting this antinomy, but well, let's see what is your objection. Why you think they do not oppose each other, but they would rather go together?
Why you can be frank in a fiction as well. I don't know. You can.
Well, okay, wait, but then well, explain how this.
For me, fiction goes with reality. So this is fiction, this is reality. These are the antinomies. While frankness is
fiction is something not real, it's fake, while reality is it's real. Okay.
Yeah. While frankness is when you are sincere or something like this.
Yes.
Well, while we can be sincere when talking about something that is not real.
Okay, but when you are sincere, when you are frank, are you real, or are you are throwing some fictitious reality? Are you unreal?
Could you please repeat? When
yes.
you are frank?
A frank person.
Yes.
Is more a real person or a fictitious person?
In this sense, it's more a metaphor, I would say, here.
Okay. Yeah, it's a metaphor. Well, I don't know, but if you take the word frank, if someone is frank with you, honest,
okay,
he presents to you his reality or a fake illusory image.
Okay, if somebody, I can't agree. Somebody can be sincere about stuff that is not real, and he can be sincere in his lies. You know, he can. Maybe
No, yeah, but well, wait. Okay, but we are not talking about the content of the speech. We're talking about frankness as a concept. I understand I can be frank talking about a fantasy movie. Yeah, but, yeah, okay, no. Okay, let's please, guys, help me. Maybe it's my difficulty now. Maybe it's late also for me. But try to reformulate for Viorica, or to tell in your own way why we ended up accepting this antinomy. Well, choose one, pick one, Viorica, Samuel or Matteo, the one you prefer.
I will ask Matteo, who wrote it first.
Which is the question? Why explain the position?
How yeah.
Fiction is to voluntary voluntarily behaving in a way that is not truthful. While frankness is the opposite, where you behave and you say what you think and you behave accordingly. Not
Does it
not,
help?
not the best.
Or no, it's not very helpful.
I think I got the idea. For me, they don't work but I understand what you mean.
Okay, you understand, but they don't work. Let's use this now that Sandra is back with us and she's fresh. She didn't follow the whole discussion. Sandra, does it make sense to oppose fiction to frankness? Does it make sense in a way?
Well, I was listening, and as explanation, yes, I think it's possible. And as explanation, I was also thinking about artificial and natural. It could be also helpful. When something is artificial, is fiction. When something is more natural, is the other word. It's frank. Exactly. It could be also related with that.
Okay, well, we are proposing different couple of ideas, but yeah, they work, I think. Matteo, can we accept this proposal from Sandra?
Yes.
Okay. Viorica, would you be fine with this distinction, with this opposition, artificial, natural?
Yeah, I'm fine with both.
Okay, so let's try with this now to approach the story with this couple of idea, with this antinomy. Is it primary in the story? Does it help to identify paradigms or not much? It's secondary. Or we have no idea.
I think it is
Sandra.
secondary. For me, it's secondary.
Okay, well, let's try to make it also for us. Why would it be secondary?
Because it is not the central point of the story, being artificial or being that's not the central idea. I think the central idea is more being greedy or generous. I think there's another couple of concepts that could be central.
Okay, but there are other concepts that are central. Okay, but yeah, let's try to focus on this one, why this is not focus, why this one is not primary, why you think it's secondary. It's not secondary because there are others, but it's secondary because
it doesn't matter if they are let's see, it doesn't because it doesn't determine the process of the story, because for example, it doesn't determine, yes, it is not if you changed it, if you change those concepts, it still can be explain the story with other one.
Okay, let's try. Who's got an insight? Who can help Sandra? Yeah, that maybe is able to pick something from there. Well, let's see, Viorica, you wanted to support the idea that is secondary, that is not central, or no?
I can propose that it depends from what angle we analyze the text. If we analyze it as a fictional story, then we can analyze the fiction in parallel with the reality, and then it can be important if this is the angle.
Wait a moment, there's the bell here. Okay. Again, you started in a very bad way because you started with "it depends," but okay.
Okay, if we analyze the story from the angle of that this is just a story, then fiction and reality could work because we analyze the reality through the fiction, through the story.
Yeah, but this is well, I don't know. What do you think that? Do you think that Baba Yaga exists? That she's gonna eat the girl for breakfast?
This is the fiction, and then we
what else could be?
Yeah. So
okay,
it depends. No, I can't use it depends. But if we analyze this story from this point of view, that is just a fiction, then yes,
it is, yes. Because I think that no one here thinks that there is really Baba Yaga that wants to eat the girl for breakfast, that you throw a comb on the ground and the forest of trees grows. So yeah, I think that we can agree that this is fiction. Okay. No, I mean that
if we analyze just the content, like if we analyze what the story tells us, we get we abstract.
Yes, we abstract from the story.
From the story, then there is another axis. There is another paradigm. It's not about fiction and reality. So I would be here more with Sandra that there is about naivety, about courage, about.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, but there are others that can be central. Okay, we don't want to go there now. We were looking for some clear cut for this couple in order to maybe to say that it is secondary, but looks like we are not able to do it. I don't know, some brilliant idea, insight, or otherwise we have to leave with this doubt.
Can you help us, Luca?
Well, I have some idea, but I don't know if I will manage. You want me to give it a try? Okay. Well,
yes.
Well, okay, I try because I like to play. So let me try. I would propose secondary because then I would argue that the frankness and fiction is not a clear cut in the story because both the Baba Yaga, the protagonist and the antagonist, Baba Yaga and the girl, they are using some trick, they are deceiving the other or try to deceive the other. It doesn't matter if it is as a reaction, as a defense, or as an offense, because Baba Yaga would be offending and then the girl would be defending from this offense that she tricks or she deceives the Baba Yaga. But here the frankness is not the central for this reason, because it's not opposing honesty or frankness to something that is deceiving. They both do it. That's why it's not the perspective through which we can make a clear-cut distinction in the story. This is how I would argue or propose. Don't know. Does it work? Well, you can say no. It's not.
But can I ask a question?
Yes.
I was reading the last lesson, and to find the oppositions is not because we always find the opposition when the person talks. We just sometimes we find one of the two terms of the opposition in a person who is talking. But to find the opposition is still primary because we can evaluate better this part of the opposition if we have an opposite term in front of us. So in this case, yes, in the story there is not frankness, but as you told us, there is always the opposite. And this is why it's important, the opposition.
Nice. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Someone else? Yes, Samuel, go ahead.
If we generally speak about the story, I agree with Matteo, but there's another character that is Frank, the aunt, the real aunt.
Okay, yeah.
If we speak about the story, if this exercise is about finding antinomies between the girl and the Baba Yaga, still the girl seems more frank than the other. And
yes.
With a tendency, we can take this difference.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I will not give you the solution because I don't know it. So don't wait for me. So Sandra, I'm sorry to have to disappoint you. I don't have the answer for this. Yeah, I would maintain that the clear cut between one character or another is not possible to do because both we can say that are not frank to each other, and maybe there is one character that is a minor character, which is the hunt at the beginning. But then it's interesting that the idea, the proposal that Matteo brings, but still it's a relevant couple because we see that both here are using this, they try to smart out the other one. And actually this frankness, we can say that is absent. So what is there is the will to cheat the other. So yeah, I like. I don't want to take a decision on this. I prefer to stay with
no.
This.
What I realized about what you said is that definitely that is something that do not differentiate both of them because they both do it. That's like what I get from what you're saying.
Yes.
So if we're talking about of differences, that's not a difference between them.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Some final reflection. Ruth seems different.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's total respect. Okay. Now I recognize.
I'm sorry, it was an urgency. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry. It was fun.
This was fiction. This was impressive.
It is fiction. Okay,
no,
guys.
I'm so sorry for the absence. I'm sorry.
You can watch the recording. There is half an hour in Italian as well.
Okay.
It's fiction as well. It's not true. Okay, guys, some last comments if you want to comment something. Okay, otherwise, I mean, enjoy your evening and let's see each other next time.
Thank you, Luca.
Thank you.
Bye. See you.
Thanks to you. Ciao. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.